I'm Old Sneelock. Welcome to another episode of Old Sneelock's Workshop. A.C. Gardner, Ovid. That's the nearest I can come to it. The A-C-C-A-R-D-N-E-R. And then O-V-I. This part gets pretty sketchy, but I'm pretty sure that's a D because there is an Ovid around here. I bought this toolbox, I think about 4 years ago, and it's been sitting out here in the garage because I had a toolbox downstairs, and I just recently got rid of that toolbox. I gave it to Habitat for Humanity. Now this toolbox can go downstairs. But before I do that, I've got to clean it. I think it needs to be cleaned and painted because this top is canvas, and the canvas has got one bad spot in it. I think I can patch that with a little bit of glue, but I want to leave the canvas as it is. It's part of the original history of the toolbox. They quite often coated the top of these with canvas. The canvas acted as waterproofing. It looks like it's a laminated top, and I can't really tell for sure, but it looks like it's a laminated top. One of the things that I like about it, this toolbox has tills. They're well made. Somebody put some time into them to make them right. The inside of the box smells terrible. It's been closed up in a garage for a long time, so it's got some pretty horrific odors in it. This is a saw till. It has two slots, one for a rip and one for a crosscut saw, I would imagine. I don't know what happened to the back one. It looks like it's split out. So I think these are going to have to be replaced because they're in pretty sad shape. Don't know exactly how they're fastened in. It looks like a couple of nails down at the bottom. But I think the tills are the cool part. There's a bottom one. Goes into this lower rail. Then there's a top one, which is a little bit longer. It goes into the top rail. That lets you slide them back and forth and get into the various tills without having to pick them out of the box. But they're going to need some wax so that they slide a little better. It's been a long time since this had any care given to it. Somebody put some clips up here in the top. I don't know what they were for, and quite frankly I don't care. I'm going to remove them. They don't match what I have need for, and they're not the best in the world. They're just galvanized strip held in there with screws. So I'll remove all of those and start over. I do like this lock in here. I don't have a key for it, so that's going to be a project, is to make a key for that. But for today, I'm just going to wash off the outside because it is covered with a whole lot of junk. To accomplish that, I'm just going to use dish soap and a scrub brush. And I don't want to get it soaked. I just want to wash off the crap. Now, I'm not removing any patina. That'll come later. Right now, I'm just removing the dirt and the stench. It's putting something that stinks into the basement is a sure loser. This originally had two handles like this, and that's a big unfortunate thing that those two aren't still there. The one on the other side is broken off. And I don't have the pieces to even try and reassemble it. I suppose I could try and fabricate one, but it sounds like a tremendous amount of work for what I'm going to get out of it. At least this way I get the cobwebs off. This was well made. It's got an iron band around the base and an iron band around the top, so they're securely held. This is broken out here. Looks like somebody really painted a good one. That's probably why that handle is missing. It either got dropped or run into or something happened to it. Some of the screws holding the band on are pretty sad shape too. Might be able to just tighten them up. We'll try that first before I get into it too heavy. Do the minimum is always the best. I found if I decided to take off these metal corner pieces, I would have to strip away this metal ring around the bottom, pull off this base piece, then pry those loose and get the nails out. And by the time I did that, I run a great risk of damaging the box beyond repair. So with those as my choices, I choose not to. Because the goal is to have an old toolbox in good condition. If I wanted to make a new toolbox, it would take a lot less effort. I can see something that needs to be remedied. The last time anybody worked on this toolbox, they put hinges on it. And I think these are actually the original hinges. Very sturdy hinges, nicely done. But when they put them in, they left the screws proud of the surface on both ends. And this has been run up and down that area many times, to the point where now those screws have chewed relief holes in it, so there's actually relief in the face of the toolbox till, and that means it doesn't hang up on the screws anymore. But I think it's going to be a lot better if I just go in there and take down those screws a little bit. I like this work here. This is nice. That really makes a difference to the way that till holds together. And that was done as part of the original assembly. That wasn't something that was added later. That was an original assembly piece. Just going to wipe the dust off of these and clean them up and remove any mold spores or mildew spores on them if I can. Thing that works really good for that is just soapy water. I don't want to immerse these. I want to get them damp, but I don't want to get them soaked. Because I don't want them to swell or warp. I could see staining the inside of this kind of a reddish. That would let some of the age-old crap come out of it. Serious amount of dirt. Little tiny screws, little tiny ball bearings. The toolbox is washed out. I got most of the crap out of it and the dirt wiped off the outside. So now I'm going to let it set and dry out. Then we'll get back to it probably Monday or so. If you have any suggestions for new video, questions about today's video, or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop a note in the comments. You know I read them all. Thanks for watching.